Good morning, students. I am Snehal teacher. Today we are going to start the new chapter of civics, the role of government in health. Good health is important to live better life, isn't it? What is your opinion, students? Good health is a secret of every happy person. There is an old saying, health is wealth. What is health? Most of you may answer, we are physically fit, means we are healthy. Being physically fit is important, but a person should be mentally strong. For example, students, if you are healthy, you don't have any tensions in your life, you feel more energetic to study. Better health is central to human happiness and well being. When we talk about health, it's not just about healthy body, but also sound mental health. So health depends on the overall development of an individual. Many factors affect our health, not only disease, but other factors also affect our health. Let's see with the help of activity given on page number 130. Students, now you can open the textbook page number 130 and see the given images carefully. In column A, what do you see? Due to shortage of food, unhealthy, dirty environment, a boy shown in the picture seems unhealthy and unhappy. Two boys are fighting. Due to the fight, they will mentally disturb, will have more stress, and also we can see scattered garbage, dirty environment, which will affect our health. In column B, the girl is studying quietly. The family is going to enjoy holidays and a clean city. Now you can compare column A with the column B and try to answer the questions based on these images. Question number 1. Which column reflects a healthier environment? Of course, column B, as it shows a clean city, happy family, and a girl studies happily. Question number 2. What could happen if we live in an unhealthy environment? An unhealthy environment would adversely affect our health. Question number 3. What are the benefits of staying in a healthy environment? Yes, a healthy environment benefits us in different ways. One can lead a mental and emotional stress-free life. As I said, health is not only about disease. Other than disease, other factors also affect our health. For example, pollution, lack of nutritious food, and aggressive behavior also affect our health. So, for being healthy, we must drink clean water. We should have proper nutritious food and clean environment. It means health depends on the overall development of an individual. What is the primary duty of the government? According to the Indian Constitution, to raise the level of nutrition and the standard of living of its people and improve public health is the primary duty of the government in all states and union territories. In India, the government takes care to improve both public health and personal health. We have a better example of this. Nowadays, we all are fighting with COVID-19. The government take care precautions and the people who suffer, to them government is providing facilities to treat well. If healthcare facilities are there, we can have a good health. In order to run such facilities, we need health workers, nurses, qualified doctors, and other health professionals. We also need the medicines and equipments which are necessary to treat patients. Do we have all these facilities in India? Yes, in India we have a huge public healthcare system. It has the ability to look after the health of the large section of its population. India has the largest number of medical colleges in the world and is among the largest producers of doctors. Approximately 15,000 new doctors qualify every year. Healthcare facilities have grown substantially over the years. In 1991, there were only 11,174 hospitals. But in 2000, the number grew to 18,218. India gets a large number of medical tourists from many countries. Tourist here means people come from another country for their medical treatment every year. In some of the hospitals of India that are compared with the best hospitals in the world. These Indian hospitals are not expensive as compared to the foreign countries' hospitals. Some of the hospitals in India are considered world's best hospitals. And India is the third largest producer of medicine in the world and is also a large exporter of medicines. So students, we should be proud to be Indian. Though we have good healthcare facilities in India, still India faces a number of issues in the field of medicine and healthcare. Let us discuss one by one. Students, can you tell me, are there good healthcare facilities in villages also as compared to the cities? Of course, you will say no. If a person wants a better treatment, he has to come in the cities. Why this happen? Because most of the doctors like to practice in urban areas, in big cities, not in rural areas. Therefore, rural areas have poor healthcare facilities. Do all the people get clean drinking water? No, many people do not get clean drinking water. It affects the people's health. People get affected by waterborne diseases like typhoid and cholera. And also, some children in several parts of the country do not get enough to eat. They don't get enough regular food, nutritious food, which lead to the malnourishment. Malnourishment means a health condition caused due to insufficient nutrition intake. Most of the people suffers from malaria and tuberculosis every year. Due to the high cost for the treatment, people take treatment late, which results in severe problems. Therefore, we can say the government has to invest more funds in healthcare sector. That is today's need. In order to achieve health, appropriate healthcare system needs to be in place, which would include people like doctors, surgeons, nursing staff, medical attendants, institutions such as hospitals, clinics, laboratories for tests, and blood banks, and resources like medicines, drugs, and medicinal equipment. In India, healthcare facilities can be divided into two categories. The first is public health services and the second is private health facilities. Let's discuss about both of these one by one. What is public health? It is the practice of protecting and improving the health of a community. These services are provided by the government to all. These services are financed by the government through the taxes that we pay. India is a welfare state, a state which is responsible for individual and social welfare of its citizens. It is the duty of the government to provide medical facilities not only in rural but also in urban areas. So, the government plays an important role in the provision of health services in urban as well as in rural areas. The government has opened up primary health centers. A short form of primary health centers is PHCs, which is the cornerstone of rural health care. Primary health centers and their subcenters meet the healthcare needs of rural population. They help rural people. Every village is provided a healthcare center with a nurse and a village health worker to work under the supervision of a doctor. The serious cases are sent to urban government hospitals. Like rural areas, the government provides medical care at the district and state level as well. In metros, multi-speciality hospitals like AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, have also been established. AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, is in New Delhi. It is established for the delivery of higher quality healthcare. Free medical treatment is given under national health policies. That includes immunization, prevention of malnutrition, family planning programs, childbirth, and treatment of common diseases such as polio, tuberculosis, malaria, dengue, and swine flu. Every year, the government also provides free treatment, face masks, and medicines to the patients. Government hospitals provide treatment either free or at minimal charges. However, half the children in India die due to shortage of medicines. To tackle this, the most essential medicines are offered free of charge in government hospitals. If a patient is below poverty line, the charges for basic in hospital treatment and investigations are also much less compared to those in the private sectors. The widely advertised Pulse Polio campaign is run by the government. In this program, certain days are fixed as Pulse Polio Day. Children who are 6 months to 5 years of age are given free polio drops under this campaign. Now, let us discuss about the private health facilities. What are private health facilities? Private health facilities are medical services provided by an individual or by a private institution. They are mostly found in urban areas. They are more expensive as compared to public health facilities because they have well-equipped laboratories and latest technologies to diagnose and treat diseases. In India, we can see some super specialty private hospitals include groups like Apollo, Fortis, and Max. The private healthcare services are costly and cannot be afforded by the poor. People get harassed paying the high consultation fees here. To counter this, the government has made a directive that private hospitals have to give free medical treatment, and medicines to the poor in exchange of the public land provided to them at cheap prices to build hospitals. Therefore, as a rule, one-fourth of the beds in private hospitals are reserved for the poor. As we have discussed the healthcare facilities in India, are these healthcare facilities fairly distributed in India? Let us understand this with the help of activity analyzing healthcare facilities given on page number 132. Students, now you can open the textbook page number 132 and observe the image carefully. Observe the pictures carefully and answer the questions given on page number 133. The question number 1. What difference do you see in the facilities shown in the images A and B? Now your answers are ready. In the first image, we can see the facilities which are provided to the patients are not of good qualities. And in the second image, patients are being provided with good services. Question number 2. What is the reason for this difference between the two health facilities? The answer is public hospitals' charges are very less, whereas private hospitals charge high from patients and provide more facilities. Next is, which health facility is likely to be costlier? Of course, private hospitals. Question number 4. What are the possible drawbacks of very expensive health facilities? Any guesses? Expensive health facilities are beyond the reach of economically weaker sections of the society. It means poor people cannot afford it easily. So, by this activity, we have understood that public and private hospitals differ from each other in a number of ways, such as cost and facilities are different in public and private hospitals, as poor people cannot afford to take better treatment in private hospitals. And also, people have more burden to pay high cost in private hospitals. To fill this gap, government introduced various schemes. Still, a lot improvement needs to improve the health condition of people from economically weaker section of the society for the poor people. So in next video, I will discuss about what can be done to improve healthcare facilities in the country. Thank you, students.